And welcome back to the MRC. This is round 7 of the World Series GT3 challenge. And we'll get things kicked off. We're a high-speed ring reverse. And putting it on pole is Dimpy Limpy in a Ferrari. Scotty Boy in second in the Ford GTE. Bogger third in the Jag. Fourth is Bennett Barry in the Suzuki VGT. Fifth is MacGyver 37 in the Audi. Sixth is Sharksy in a Ferrari. Seventh is Dennis in the Lexus. Eighth is Benji in a Ferrari. Ninth is C-Mac in the Lexus. 10th is Locke in the Subaru. 11th is Mark Schumacher in the Ferrari. 12th is Fast JMS in the Beetle. 13th is Bazza in the Jag. 14th is SG2 in the Ferrari, and rounding out the top of the table is Halder in 15th. So we'll combine lobbies again, and we're going to get straight into the action. So we're on 2 lights, and we're going to start at the back. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go. Great start by everyone so far. Halder with his hazards on. SG2 gained a few places. Looks like everyone's nice and clean. Going into the first corner. C-Mac just clipping the barrier. Dennis going on the outside. Makes a terrific move on Mark. C-Mac's now coming up on the inside for the second turn. Can he hold it in? No, Mark just a bit of a bunch up there by everyone. Nothing too bad. MacGyver just giving a bit of door slamming to C-Mac. Dennis getting a little bit wide. Now MacGyver's on the back of Benji. 2 different lines going in there. Oh, we do have an incident. Dennis coming down the straight. Just on the side is C-Mac. In front is MacGyver. Mark Schumacher's joined in. Oh, a bit of a squeezy moment there, I think. Have another look from Mark's point of view. Gets in between them both. Oh, C-Mac just closes up to him, which causes C-Mac to hit Dennis. Baz is all over the back of Fast, which now brings up SG2 into 12th. Dennis has finally got it going in the way it should be. Some great battling so far, and it's only now lap 2. Bazza going in between Fast and C-Mac. Can he get it? He's got the job done. Fast just on running the barrier a bit. We'll go up to the front. 7th is Locke going in for Benji. Just backs out. Attacks again. Benji's on the inside. So far, some great racing. Bennett Barry in 5th, chasing down Sharksy. We'll move up. Bogger just clipping the barrier there. He's in 3rd. Scotty Boy's in 2nd. And with a comfortable lead so far on lap 2 is Dimpy Limpy pulling away. He's using the softs for his first stint. This is a 60-minute endurance race around this super fast track. We will jump on board shortly with some of the drivers and their points of view of racing. So far, everyone's just finding their feet on the first few laps, getting the tyres warmed up, knowing where they are. Again, Locke going for it to overtake there. Makes it stick. MacGyver's in 8th. Doing quite well in that Audi. With Bazza closely behind, followed by C-Mac, followed by SG2. And it's fast. With Mark Schumacher behind and gaining. And we have a long gap from Mark to Alder, who's on the hards for his first stint. Dennis down in last place after that first lap incident. I was running on softs. I'm sure he'll gain some places back through the pit stop strategies. Let's go back to the start. Let's go up to Dimpy again, pulling out a lead. Fastest lap so far, 1 minute 9. Scotty's on a 1:10, but not far off. Bogger on a 1:10. Now this looks like a good battle here. Bennett, Barry, Benji, Sharksy and Locke. Let's jump on with Bennett, Barry. Looking behind. He has Benji closing up. But this Suzuki is quite fast on a straight line. Now can he catch up Bogger in 3rd? But Benji's using the slipstream quite well to gain up to Bennett, Barry. Locke gets past Sharksy. Ooh, just a little bit off. Oh, and Bennett Barry's spinned it. Let's have a look, see how he's done that. Just catches the wall coming out of that turn. But he's kept it straight, well done. Lost a few places there, but he's got quite a bit of damage, engine damage and front end damage. Maybe he'll pit this lap, put some fresh tyres on, get refilled. Halder doing well in 14th. Dennis has managed to catch up quite quickly to Halder. Oh, Bennett Barry just gets the wall again. His front left is really degraded badly. Is he going to come in the pits? He's managed to get rid of his damage. Yeah, Bennett Barry's coming into the pits to put fresh rubber on and get refueled. So we'll jump up to Mark Schumacher. Out on his own with just fast JMS in front of him. Fast JMS is on the mediums, so he's just hopefully going for a longer first stint. Gets a personal best there. SG2 on the softs. Could he be coming in this lap? See that front again, that front left on this car is really degraded. Baz's on softs, his front tyre, his front left also is really degraded. It does seem that the soft tyre on this track is not very favourable. Could it be the mediums and the hards that will take the advantage? We'll see throughout the course of the race. C-Mac, Locke, MacGyver, all battling for 6th, 7th and 8th. Just jump up, see if there's any other battles. Yeah, Sharksy's going after Benji. Oh, Sharksy just gets it slightly wrong on that barrier, but manages to save it. MacGyver's pulled out a bit of a gap on C-Mac. Locke looks like he's lost the place to C-Mac. And Bazza has caught up to Locke. Again, Baz's tyres really onto the very thinnest of white lines. Will he pit this lap? These have managed to spread themselves out, so it looks like the battle's over for now. Sharksy still behind Benji. Just grab a drink. Fourth. Benji has Bogger in front. And Dimpy Limpy comes in. Look at his left front. Again, it does seem that these softs don't last very long on this track. Sharksy still catching up to Benji. Oh, just catching that barrier yet again. Just needs to be careful he doesn't do it too many times, otherwise the stewards will pull him into the office. Benji's caught up to Bogger. Scotty boy has now got first since Dimpy's come into the pits. And he's on racing mediums. And just over a quarter of a tank of fuel, so you'll be staying out for another 2-3 laps maybe. See how it goes. Bogger just catches that barrier. Now can Benji get the pass on Bogger? He's in the slipstream, he's right up his tail. Falls, can he? As you can see, Sharksy, MacGyver and Locke in the background. Benji's on the side of him now. Can he get him into the first corner? Nothing in between them. Benji just pulls a little bit of a lead. Bogger pulls it back, coming onto the inside. Bogger keeps the place. Great racing, absolutely great racing so far. Sharksy's now that's given Sharksy the chance to catch up to these two, battling. And MacGyver's catching up. Locke's just looks like he's just dropped off a little bit. Looking at his tyres, I think he's struggling on that front left again with the softs. Fast JMS is on the medium, so again he'll be doing a bit of a longer stint. Mark Schumacher again on softs, so it looks like he'll be coming in this lap to change his boots over. Just catches the wall a little bit. Dimpy Limpy has come out on racing hards. Aldair doing quite well in 10th. He's on racing hards. A little bit low on fuel, maybe he'll come in about 2 laps, get refueled and put new tyres on. Baz has obviously been in, put mediums on and a full tank, so he's down to 11th. C-Mac, he's on racing hards. SG2 has come in for mediums, so it's quite spaced out at the moment after mainly the first round of pit stops. Bennett Barry on racing hards. Again, that Suzuki is quite quick in a straight line. Dennis up to 15th with racing hards on. He's been into the pits. Scotty Boy's still out in front on mediums, so you've probably got about another lap or so left of fuel. Doing 110s consistently so far. Benji 110, 111s. Bogger 111s. He had 112, so he just off a little pace a little bit. Obviously Benji's got past him. I do apologise if I do miss 1 or 2 little overtakes, but hopefully nothing too serious. Sharksy in 4th. MacGyver in 5th. I think the guy needs to change that 37 to a 57 to show his actual age, but doing quite well today. Fast JMS. His red light, his fuel lights come on. Will he pit? Dimpy's up to 7th. Haldare doing well in 8th. Again, his fuel lights come on. Looks like he's going to need to pit. Bazza in 9th. So if Haldare does pit this lap, that'll take up Bazza to 8th and C-Mac to 9th. SG2. Bennett Barry, we've now locked behind him. Bennett Barry just takes the higher part. Obviously locks in 13th. Dennis is up to 14th. Mark is in 15th. So it looks like all the first round of pit stops, Haldare's come in. Service and as Fast JMS. Fast JMS comes straight back out with racing mediums on, or racing hards on, I should say, which puts him down to 12 with Dennis behind him. Dennis takes the high, gets easily past Fast. Benji and Scotty Boy come into the pits. C-Mac with a half a second penalty. That's going to drop him off the back of Bazza. Bennett Barry doing well. Just clips the barrier. Again, takes a higher line than Locke. Right, we'll jump on with MacGyver in a minute once he gets round. And then we'll do a lap with him. Dimpy's in 2nd. Again, doing some good lap times, with keeping up with the rest, consistency. Scotty Boy's now in the 3rd. Bog's in the 4th. Baz is 5th. Let's jump on with... There we go. We'll jump on board. Obviously, MacGyver comes in the pit, so what we'll do, we'll jump on with Dimpy. I think MacGyver did that on purpose, just so I didn't have to watch his racing. Jump on board now with Dimpy. So we come down to the very fast start-finish straight. Dimpy just flicking his wipers on there. As you can see, MacGyver's in the pits. We've now come to this very fast. Just eases the first corner, he just eases off. No one behind him. Goes up into 6. And drops it down for this technical part of the track. Down into 3rd. As you might know from previous commentary and that, and what the other lads have done for commentary, obviously we do swap it round, is that Dimpy has changed his car from the Lexus to the Ferrari before last week's racing. Just didn't feel that the Lexus was helping him a little bit, so he's changed over. He has had a drop of points, so he will be at the bottom of the league, but hopefully he might be able to climb up for the rest of the season. So we're on the last corner, back onto the start-finish. And that's a lap with Dimpy on this high-speed ring. Scotty Boy's in 2nd. Again, doing quite well. So everyone's getting spaced out now. Bogger has Bazza behind him. I do like the look of that livery on Baz's car. The question is he an Ash Sutton, Dan Camish, Dan Rowbottom, or a Sam Osborne fan? Or is he a fan of the whole Napa team? So we have Benji in 5th, C-Mac in 6th. Who's behind Benji? Can he make a pass on him and use the slipstream? MacGyver in 7th, SG2 in 8th, Sharksy in 9th, 10th is Locke, Binnett Barry. How did he? He did. He's binned it again. Let's go back a little bit. Just a bit too much steering, I think. Manages to save it. Well done for that. Absolutely well done to keep it going forwards. He does lose a few places. Dennis goes past in his lemon sherbet. Now does this give a few of the others to catch up? Oh, they're still running strong in 15th. Everyone's pretty much still a battle here for 5th and 6th. Benji and C-Mac. C-Mac just taking a bit of a tighter line, but then Benji pulls it back round to rotate the car. Oh, and C-Mac hits the wall. Just looks like he ran it a little bit wide. Oh, just gets a bit of a wobble and hits it. And it sticks to the wall like glue. He's let everyone go past. Takes it off the racing line and gets going again. Well done. Great racing. Great respect there, keeping it off the line. Obviously he has dirty tyres as well. Just gets it back up to speed. Binnett Barry just taking a half-second penalty there. Dennis looks like he's catching up to Locke. Locke just taking a wider line, which now allows Dennis to close in. We will ride on with Dennis. Into the first corner. Now comes into the complex S turn, down into second. Some people take it in third, some people take it in second, but it's down to the preference to get the car rotated. Gets it up to third. Goes a little bit off line there. Nothing to worry about though. Dennis gets it really close to the barrier there. Ooh, just a little clip. Nothing, not affected. So, not much of a close-up on the gap. That's a lap with Dennis. Still catching. Who's he got behind? Hardly, not too far back. Just Binnett Barry. Past JMS. C-Mac out on his own for a bit. Mark Schumacher. Hold there. Getting the blue flag as Dimpy comes past. As he's getting lapped. Yeah. Haldair sees him. Puts his hazards on. Dimpy using the slipstream fest to get past. Oh, Dimpy just gets it a little bit out of sorts there, but managed to hold it in place. Well done. Scotty boy. In second. Bogger's in third, getting chased down by Bazza. Benji's in fifth. MacGyver's in sixth. Sharksy in seventh. Oh, about a second or so gap then at the front. SG2 in eighth. Tyres, medium tyres are now starting to grade a little bit more. Lock just getting it a little bit out of sorts there. Dennis with a half-second penalty, but still catching Lock. Some great racing so far. Minute Barry hanging it on the outside as close as he can. Fast in 12th. Slowly catching Minute Barry. And we have C-Mac. And we have Mark. Aldair's in the pits. Or was. Comes back out in 15th. So again, everyone's got different pit strategies, obviously with the different tyre compounds they're using at the time. Just keeps out the way of the fast drivers, which is great. Keeps it tucked in till it's clear to get back on the racing line. Dimpy still out in front. Hefty gap. So it's about 5, maybe 6 seconds or more. Both these guys doing really great consistency in lap times. Bogger, absolutely fantastic with the 111s constant. Same as Bazza. As I say, consistency is the key. Benji, again, doing 111s. So we're all around about doing the same lap times. Again, MacGyver, consistency's there for 111s. Great sounding car, that. You can hear it miles away. Sharksy, again, just a 112 in the 111s. Little mistake somewhere. Lock, again, 111s so far. So everyone's doing, like I say, everyone's doing the same consistency on the same lap times around about. Obviously, just pit stop strategies and that, which is putting people in different places, which is good. Obviously, the two leagues to put together, Lobby 2 and Lobby 3. So obviously, it's mixed match with drivers. And sometimes you do get to see some great racing with different people out the lobbies battling each other. See, Mac looks like he's ready to come in the pits. To change. Does he change his tyres as well, or does he keep them, or just refuels? Also, Binnett Barry's in, Baz is in. SG2's now in 14th. Just a little bit inconsistent, but nothing to worry about. Aldair has Mark Schumacher for company. Looks like he's going to be lapped. Again, Aldair knows he's there. Scotty's now in first. So obviously Dimpy must have come into the pits again. Bogger in second. Benji. Let's jump on with Benji for a lap again. think. I can't remember who I've done, but there you go. So he's got no one behind him. Second is Bogger up the road. You can just see there, turning in. As you can tell, some people are on wheels, some people are on controller, and there's not much difference, I don't think. Benji just catches the wall, which is great. A great battle against controller and wheels. That's another lap on board done. Thank you to Benji. MacGyver in 4th. Sharksy in 5th. Dennis is up to 6th. And he has Dimpy and Locke behind. We'll jump on with Dennis. Jump into the car, please. Thank you. Let's see what Dimpy can do. Dimpy has Locke behind. So Dimpy's now chasing down 6th place with Dennis. Dimpy on the late brakes, a little bit later than Dennis. Gets the car rotated nicely into that corner. Brings it back. Now Dimpy's got close, very close to him. Does he overtake him on this corner? Or does he use the slipstream for the long straight? Now he's got the slipstream again. Can he overtake Dennis? Gets up close, really close, gets up to the side of him. There goes Dennis. Dimpy gets the move done, pulls back in, get the racing line back. Great overtake there by Dimpy. I do apologise for that. Dennis is sticking with him though, he's not letting him get out of his sights. Fast. Doing quite well. Mark. I think another lap or two, maybe he'll come in for another set of tyres. Bazza in 10th. Catching up to Mark. SG2 in 11th. Bennett Barry does look like he's catching SG2 slowly. See if they're in the same shot. Yeah, he's catching him. Locke is in 13th in the Subaru. Car just lacks a little bit of top end speed, but it's absolutely fantastic in the corners. C-Mac and Scotty Boy, obviously C-Mac getting lapped. Scotty's in the lead. Al there in 15th. Well, I think things have just quietened off a little bit. I don't think there's much battling going on. Is there? Obviously Dennis has just gone in the pits. So Mark Schumacher and Bazza. There, Bazza's just slowly catching up to Mark. Mark's tyres have really gone off now, the mediums. Will he come in the pits this time? Yeah, Bazza's are pretty much fresh. Only a few laps old. Just grab a drink. So he dipped his back down to 6 after the pit stop. Scotty, obviously, you see Max not letting, he's using the slipstream off Scotty to catch up to people if he can. Aldair's in 15th. Not doing bad lap times at all. He's got his fuel lights on. Does he come in the pits? If he comes in the pits, I'm just going to stop it as it gets into the pits. So I'm just going to stop it there, just while, because I'm going to do part 2, as YouTube won't let me record live. So back in a few moments with part 2.